In a society filled with different opinions and people's beliefs and perception, people are always confused and don't know what to believe. Now, in this video, I'm going to let you understand that not giving a fuck is actually something you need to implement in your daily life. Now, let's move into this video. To understand, well, people are always confused moving through life, not understanding what this life holds them because they are stuck on what people think, and they are always disorganized because what people think is what forms their perceptions and forms their behavioral pattern. Why shouldn't you give a fuck? Because in this world, everybody wants to say something and everybody wants to think something, but doesn't mean that everything that people think is actually what's right or what's wrong. Well, let's see something here. The first one has to do with identify your true desire. If you want to understand this world, it's very tough, and therefore it's advisable you get to know yourself, get to understand who you are, and get to also notice the things that you are attracted to. This helps you to discover where your interest lies and the things you want to gravitate and put your attention towards, because we are filled with a very confusing and a whole lot of things that distract us and cause us to follow things that don't align with the things we are interested in. And that is why the things you actually desire is the things you have to go for, because that is what you would give your best to. So it's very important that you understand that people's desire is what leads them into doing and appreciating the things they do. It is very important you know what you desire and what you give your interest to. The second one has to do with let go of fear and doubt. Now, I get it. People are always afraid to do something, but it's very important you understand that what you are afraid of is also afraid of you. In fact, we live in a world where everybody lives in fear one way or the other. From the government, from our school system, from the systems in the society, from the marriage system, everywhere is producing a fear infestations diseases that causes people to misalign with the things they actually want and the things they actually want to go for. So it's very important that you put fear and doubt. Whatever you want to do, just go for it. Do it anyway, because who cares? Nobody cares till you make it. That is how this world and this life works. So it's very important that whatever you want, put fear aside, go for it. Put doubt aside, go for it, because when you succeed, remember, all those people who thought you didn't actually have the guts to go for it will actually come praising and wanting to join you. So this is very important. Now the next one is set unapologetic goals. This is very important. The reason why you need to understand that setting unapologetic goals actually goes a long way to help you is the fact that whenever you set goals that you are not afraid to waver off, that you know that these are the goals that aligns with your vision and mission, what basically does or what causes you to keep on accomplishing these goals is that these goals are the things that actually you've calculated, you've sat down, you've thought of it, and you've seen that these are irreplaceable, and these are the things that you actually want to pursue for. In the long run, they help you because long term, all those goals translate into your progress and your success, and that is why it's important to be unapologetic about the things you have decided of, because what you decided is actually the things that you have thought of and have understood that these are the things that could help me in the nearby future. All right, and the next one is embrace your individuality. We live in a world where we are shaped by belief systems, people's opinion and perception. People are always confused and do the biddings of people's thinking system. It is very important that you create your own path, and that is what people in this life, especially in this modern world, have failed. They try to copy people, they try to imitate, and there are always disadvantages to some of these things. Being authentic is very important. You need to understand that you are the only one you have in this life, and that is why you need to embrace you, because you is the only thing you have. Now, you need to understand that everything that makes you is what actually produces the content out of you. And that is why if you embrace your individuality, it shows and goes a long way to make you authentic and make you genuine in a place where we are filled with a lot of fake lives, a lot of copy and imitations. Yes. Now the next one is take consistent action. Very true. Now you need to understand that consistently, anything that you've planned to, any goals that you've set to achieve, needs action in order to achieve them successfully. And that is why action is very important. You can talk and say whatever you want to do, but if you don't take the necessary step, nothing will be achieved. And at the end of it, you get zero. Effort is very important. Whatever you want to do, put in effort, you get it. And that is why taking actions is very important. When you set those goals, make sure those goals align with your values and with your belief system. Make sure your efforts are also in place in order to help you achieve these goals. Very well. So now the next one goes to talk about surround yourself with positive influences. Yes, so most friends and most families and even people around us, often don't understand who we are and don't understand why we think and do things the way we do. It's only between you and your instincts. And that is why I always tell people that if people don't understand you, it is for a reason that they are not part of the thing that aligns with you, and therefore you need to shift yourself away. It is good to isolate yourself from people who drag you down from your goal than to be in the midst of them, because when in the midst of them, it causes you and gives you distractions and confusion. And that is why you need to understand that the people you surround yourself is very important in establishing and causing your success in achieving your goals. And that is why you make sure that the people you align yourself to and surround yourself to be people who really help you to accomplish your goals. The next one is willing to take risk. Yes, every leader and every successful person, one or the other, have risk part of the pathway to which leads to their success. If you fail to take risk, it means that you are not ready for the things ahead of you. The future and even the now is full of risks, and the type of risks you take and being able to take them helps you and gives you experience along the line. It makes you different and makes you stand out, because those risks translate into experiences, which in turn give you the technical abilities and know-how to move ahead and get ahead of a lot of percentage of people in a world where people don't want to take risk and they move in fear. The next one is stay true to yourself. Make sure that the things you do is always you. Make sure you don't align yourself with things that will pull you back. And that is why it's very important that the things you hear, the things you listen, the things that you feed into you are the things that actually aligns with the things you believe. So make sure you are you. Being fake always comes along with to hurt you, and that is why it's very advisable that you're always you all the time. The next one is practice self-care. Make sure that you take good care of your health. Your health system is very important. People always don't know, because your health system is what helps you to move in the future. And that is why it's very important to take care of your health, your body, and everything about you. It helps you and makes you more attractive. It aligns you to people and make you stand out individually, makes you unique. Yes, so it's very important to practice self-care. Now, make sure you enjoy the journey. That is the last thing I would say. If you enjoy the things you do, you always do it out of courage, out of peace, and out of love, and that keeps you striking, that keeps you going, that keeps you moving. Even when there's a lot of distractions along the line, you keep going because you enjoy the things you do. So if you don't have love for the things you do, it's better you stop it, because those things will hurt you. Because since you don't have love, you don't put in much enthusiasm, you don't put in much work, you don't put in much effort. But What you love is what you give your attention to, and that is why it's important that whatever you enjoy, you go for it and you do for it. Alright, so this brings us to the end of this video. You should understand that this world is filled with a lot of people talking their mind into you, making you believe what they want you to believe. But never care. Don't give a fuck what they think, because you are you, and the uniqueness in you is what makes you stand out from everyone in this world. Now, my name is Shadrach Kofi, and if you want to have self-improvement, this is your best channel for it. Peace out.